Everybody is ablaze right now. Everybody's wondering, what is really going on with Angel Reese? Has she just flat out quit again? Has she quit on the Chicago Sky? Angel, you gotta be, hold on, you have to have some level of self-awareness here.
Angel Reese is once again tagged as day-to-day, but if you followed her career, you already know what that often means. Last season, it was a season-ending wrist injury. Now it's a mysterious back problem. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky have quietly been winning more without her in the rotation. Over in Indiana, Caitlin Clark is still smashing records, even while nursing a real groin injury, leading the Fever's playoff push. The real question, is Reese genuinely hurt? Or is this shaping up to be the most predictable disappearing act in WNBA history? And how did it all end with her catching heat for allegedly walking out on her team?
I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit on the Chicago Sky. She's been claiming a back injury basically since the All-Star break. And there's no details. Every day we hear that Angel Reese is day-to-day. And every week there's no update on what she's struggling with, what she's doing. There's nothing. There's no information about Angel Reese. I think she's quit on this season. I think this is a worse version than Kawhi Leonard.
This day-to-day routine is starting to feel like deja vu. The injury updates are vague, the timing is suspicious, and the absences seem to appear just when the Sky's season starts going downhill. Last year, it was supposedly a major wrist fracture. So bad she was told surgery was needed to prevent arthritis before her 30s. The season ended instantly. No gritty return, no last push. Just done.
Hey, look, bro, you gotta remember, she quit in Unrivaled. She just stopped playing in Unrivaled. Said she was hurt, didn't show up for the championship game, didn't even show up and watch. Last season, she claimed her wrist was messed up, didn't finish playing in none of the games. Now, this year, she's saying this season, it's her back. It looked like she's not finishing playing in none of the games. The Sky needs you. The Chicago Sky, you guys are the gum on the bottom of the shoe of the league. They need Angel Reese to play in games. Angel, where you at? Where are you at, Angel? This is nuts.
Now the same script is playing out, only this time it's her back. No timeline, no details, just a sudden vanishing act as the team hits a rough patch. Look at the schedule. Losses pile up, pressure mounts, and then, like clockwork, she's out. And not just out, completely absent from the bench. Another day-to-day tag quietly stretching into weeks.
Angel Reese! She might have tapped out, y'all. Angel Reese may have tapped out and quit on the Chicago Sky. Everybody is speculating. What is this back injury? What's going on? Hey, are you trying to pretend like you hurt because Caitlin Clark really is hurt? Wait. What's going on? What's going on?
The strangest part? She didn't even travel to Indianapolis for the Sky Fever Showdown, the most hyped game of the year. Yet, just a few weeks earlier, she was in the same city for the All-Star game, grinning for cameras and staging a PR stunt to steal Caitlin Clark's moment. Looks like her back is fine for media appearances, but conveniently sore when it's time to face Clark on the court. Fans are connecting the dots.
She's using her back as an excuse to sit out because she doesn't really care about basketball. I think she looks over at Caitlin Clark and says, hey, Caitlin Clark is out with a legitimate injury. I proved my point before the All-Star game when I went on a 10-game run trying to justify being on the All-Star team. When that first ballot came out, when the first voting results came out about the All-Star game and I was 13th, holy cow, Angel Reese panicked, started playing hard, tried to put up some stats to justify being on the All-Star team, did that, and now she said, hey, the Chicago Sky sucked this year, peace out.
Naturally, the speculation exploded. Is she dodging another high-profile flop? Protecting her stats? Several analysts have hinted she's done for the season. Some outright say she's quit.
She identified once they lost Vandersloot, their point guard, early in the year, and once they started getting their brains beat in, hey, we're not going to win anything this year. I'm not putting these L's on my resume. I'm going to have an excuse for the Chicago Sky potentially coming in with the worst or second worst record in the WNBA. These losses will not be on my resume.
2 seasons, 2 conveniently timed injuries. both arriving just when the criticism is loudest, both wiping away any chance to prove she can fight through adversity. And the kicker? The Sky often looks sharper, faster, and more cohesive the moment she's off the floor. That's when suspicion turns into a pattern.
Last year with the Chicago Sky, you quit. You quit. You threw in the towel. Once you realized you never stood a chance, to be honest, with Caitlin Clark for that Rookie of the Year. But once you realized your double streak was over, and it was over. She took over post-Olympic break. Once you realized it was done, you threw in the towel, said your wrist was hurting for the rest of the year. You threw in the towel and said your wrist was hurting for the rest of the year and didn't play again. This past the inaugural season of Unrivaled, you didn't even finish that season. You didn't even show up for the championship. No, not only did you not play, you didn't even show up to the game at all. People noticing a pattern with you. That's 2 seasons in a row.
For all the superstar hype, Chicago's win-loss record tells a different story. The team performs better without her. Those Reese-less stretches often bring more wins and fewer sloppy, self-sabotaging losses. Not exactly the stat line of a franchise cornerstone.
Let's get it! Burn! Lack of awareness combined with a lack of ability to jump. Not great! Burn!
Me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow, me bow.
Yeah! Again! Do it for me. Me bound!
Against Indiana, it's been the same story. Even without Clark, players like Hull, Boston, Mitchell, and Cunningham clicked effortlessly. They trusted the flow of the game, moved the ball, and avoided forcing bad shots for the sake of personal branding.
Williams gonna have to hurry off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open 3. Oh, what a sight for Alexi Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Alexi Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
9. Chemistry in basketball is simple. You either make your teammates better or you disrupt the rhythm. Without Reese, the Sky's offense moves with pace and precision. Guards run the plays, wings cut at the right moments, shots come from smart, high-quality looks instead of stalled post-ups and awkward second chances.
Do not understand is that coaches, and I know the WNBA in some regards isn't a real sports league, and I don't know if they think like real coaches and real people in sports, but the number one ability is availability. If you're not available, you have no value.
It's the classic case of addition by subtraction. Remove the supposed franchise centerpiece and the energy level spikes. The floor spacing improves, the tempo quickens, even the bench looks more alive. The coaching staff hasn't said it outright, but the subtle hints are there. They see a team that plays with more urgency, focus, and freedom when it isn't built around one player's ego.